Welcome Ji. Let's start our Kotlin tutorial. Today I am going to talk on Kotlin coroutines library. Okay, so in this topic basically we will discuss what are the coroutines and what kind of feature, what kind of benefits these coroutines offer to the Java developer, and what kind of a programming model they support. As you read here in the presentation that Kotlins support uh, asynchronous non-blocking programming. Okay, so the main purpose of this coroutine is to support add-on feature in your program that can run asynchronously and non-blocking. Non-blocking and asynchronous, as you know the meaning of asynchronous, your set of code can run asynchronous. Let's say we have a written some code like generally whatever you are writing code, that code run in sequence, like statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, statement 4, statement 5, statement 6. Let's in a statement here you invoke another method, so that's maybe another setup block. Okay, so this executed, this executed, this executed, this executed. So in the sequential programming, first this code executed, this code executed, then control jump to the here, control jump to the here, and this code executed, this code executed, this code executed, this code executed, and after that code come again here, and then next statement, next statement, next statement. So this is the nature of your synchronous programming. The coroutine offer you can execute this set of code asynchronous. That means after method invocation here, your code current this thread is not wait to the completion of your particular set of methods. They are just started invoke the set of code and started continue working on this next line, so that this block of code can executed in parallel simultaneously in concurrent fashion. These two pieces of code are running concurrently asynchronously. Same here, non-blocking means in the first case, whenever in synchronous programming, whenever in program invoke this code and they are waiting until this method is complete and return the control here. That means your current thread, current codes are blocked until this piece of code is not completed. So Kotlin offer via coroutines, you can write code, piece of code that can run asynchronous and non-blocking fashion. So let us discuss what the meaning of coroutine. Okay, so if you read it, coroutine is an instance of suspendable computation. It is conceptually similar to a thread. Look like we have a no thread offer concurrency. So look like a thread, but it's a suspendable computations. Okay, set of code are suspended for the current execution in the sense that take it a block of code to run and works concurrently. with the rest of code. Okay, so here the same as meaning, we have a set of code, okay, set of code. This set of code run concurrently. So coroutine is a just a instance of suspendable computations. Computation means execution of a set of instruction, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3. These blocks are suspended for some times. Okay. However, coroutine is please be quote, coroutine is not bounded to any particular threads. It may suspended its execution in one thread, can resume in another one. Might be case. This is the one thread 1 doing something and suspended for execution, and after some time this set of code execution can started by the same thread or can started by another thread as well as. So suspended computation is not bound to any specific thread. This is the weak clear. Coroutine can be thought as a lightweight thread. Similarly, there is a number of important differences that we'll discuss later. But just assume, look like we have learned lot of times threads. So they are a similar kind of nature about the coroutine. Threads also offer a set of code, block of code, execute concurrently. Coroutine also offer set of code, run concurrently, but as a suspended computation. That computation can be suspended in one thread and can be resume maybe in the same thread or can be resume in another threads. So this is the basic theory about the coroutine, and let us jump in the practical. Let's see how let's write a first coroutine program. So what kind of a syntax, semantic, how we write coroutines? So first things, we need a dependency. Kotlins offer the set of library, set of inbuilt functions for us to enable our programs can write suspendable code or coroutines. So this is the one major you can say dependency, you can say. Just put in your project as a dependency Kotlin X extension and the Kotlin X coroutines core, and what are the latest version on which you are working, you can add. Whenever you add coroutines core library as a dependency in your project, and after that you can able to write coroutines. Okay, so let's look the code. So this is the one simple example of coroutine. So what are the code here? If you look this code, okay, I write the same code in our IntelliJ so that you can feel and then discuss the concept here. Okay, so you know, okay, this is the main functions, and if you write any like a function println, that's key hello, and then println word. Okay, so this code is run sequentially. First this code executed and then this code executed. There is no any rocket science and it will work. So can you think we can write this code words in a separate computation block and hello in the separate computation blocks? So let us do. So first things to write your code is coroutine, we have to take some help of existing uh, library. First things, your run blocking. I'll explain to you what the meaning of this. Whenever you are writing code in this coroutines, uh, means your main function is blocked until your code is not, until all the coroutines are not completed. So how will I do coroutines? So similarly, we have a another keyword launch, and in this block, this is the one your set of code, whatever you're writing. Let's say I want to uh, not write here, I want to write here this line of code. So I want key this set of code is suspended for some times. Let's key I want to delay the function. Let's key 5 seconds. So this is the example. So this set of code your is the set of code that is your executed not sequentially. If you look this code, what do you think? Key main function started, then print word, then print hello. But I want this is a independent. This is the independent executable code. This should be here. We have put delay. Means executing this code take a 500 millisecond time, and when this code is completed, after that your word will display. But no, this is the coroutines. Whenever this code done, this is the suspendable function. The current execution of this code is suspended, and now your code jump to here. Let's here just write println started, and now started. Now let's write done. And let's run it. So if you notice, the output look like a same. This set of code, okay, here come, and let's analyze this block of code. If you look, start is printed, then this code is not printed, then your hello is printed, then your done is printed, and due to the run blocking code, this main function is wait. This is your suspended function till not complete, and this function just started computations in the after 5 milliseconds they are saying word, then they are printing word. So your, if you look this code as sequential, this should be print like start, then word, then hello, then done. No, but this is your asynchronous call, not the sequential. Okay, so look like here your same example. So first we have to use the import your coroutine library, and due to our main program we have to use this run blocking, so that key our code, our program is not terminated when the main is done. In this example, if your print hello world done, that means your main function is done and your JVM is completed. But I want our program should be wait until all the suspended functions which are launched from this main method is completed. So here we have just launched one setup block like here hello words, and this is your launch a new coroutines, and whatever the set of lines you have written here, that will suspended for some times and again continue, maybe with the same threads or another threads. But our main program is not block here to complete delay, then print word, then go to the jump hello world. No, our program just launch in asynchronous fashion, just jump here and print hello and wait. Due to this run blocking, our code is wait, and whenever our this coroutine get a chance, it's complete, it works. So this is the your very simple syntax of your coroutine. Whatever the set of instruction code line you want to run asynchronous and non-blocking fashion, just you write those code inside your launch block. Launch block just as a new coroutine block. There are some keywords here we are using like launch, delay, run blocking. Okay, so let launch coroutine builder. It's launches a new coroutine, concurrently with the rest of your code in this our example, which continue to work independently. Okay, it's work independently. That's why our main function first print hello, so that ki other code, rest of code concurrently executed. So launch is your coroutine builder, which launches a new coroutine that concurrently run with the rest of your code. To simulate our output, we have just used a delay. Delay is a kind of a special suspending function which just suspend the coroutine for a specific times, nothing else. If our business logic take a times, we don't need to use a delay function. Delay function just here I want to simulate that this set of block are executed after your hello. And as I explain you run blocking also is a coroutine builder that bridges the non coroutine word with the regular code tricks. So that please be ensure that key just for running main function until our all coroutines are not completed, we have to write blocking code, run in blocking fashion. So our main method is waiting to complete all our coroutines. Okay, if you want to remove this run blocking code, we are getting kind of error. Launch is the coroutine, and you cannot write any launch coroutine without any coroutine context. So first we need one scope, coroutine scope, where you can use the launch to any coroutines. Okay. So if you talk about the structured concurrency, so coroutines follow the principle of structured concurrency, which means that new coroutine can only launch in a specific coroutine scope. Means whenever you want to set of code can be executed in the independent and asynchronous mode, that launch would be come under the coroutine scope. Okay, so please be ensure whenever you are going to run a set of code asynchronous, that set of code start somewhere in the scope of coroutine, so that Kotlin compiler know this code are going to run in asynchronous fashion. Sometimes you have option. You are not just going to write all the code inside your launch. Might be you have a already inbuilt method just you want to use. So here, whenever you are in this our example, we have a two line of code. This is the one line of code, this is another line of code. But instead of writing all the code inside your launch curly braces, we can write another method like another function. So if you write the code in another function so that this code can be reused in another person, but please be note this. Let's example, let us this code I want this should be in a function. Just instead of this, let's I have fun and let's do work something, and here whatever my logic we have written here. Okay, so first things we have to ensure delay is the kind of suspended functions, so all the suspended function can be invoked within the suspended functions. So you have to write this function also as a suspended. And now this do work, instead of writing all here, so please be, let's keep, you are not writing this line of code, and if you are not writing this line of code, okay, then what happens? Okay, let's run it. Okay, it's work. So we have option key, you can write a set of block inside your launch code itself, or you can invoke any methods, any function. So here we have invoked two function. A do function work as we think. If you want to some delay, if let's get delay, want to delay 1 second delay, 1 second delay, delay is the suspended function, so your main function should be suspended. Okay, and after that you run this code, at that time your this do work take a pause of 1 second. So Kotlin offer not only you write the complete set of code inside a launch block, but you can extract those set of code in a particular method and give the logical name so that anyone can read and think what the launch is doing. Okay, and as they discuss about the coroutine scope, okay, so a run blocking and coroutine scope builder may look like a similar, okay, but because both wait for their body and all its completion, the main differences between the run blocking method are block the current thread for waiting, and coroutine scope just suspends it and releasing the underlying thread for another uses. This is the way. So run blocking, whenever you are using run blocking, at that the meaning is that you are blocking your current thread. In this case, our example main function, I want to block until our all the coroutines are not completed. So we are using run blocking scope builder. Or sometime I don't want to block, I was purely unblock. So we are going to use the coroutine scope. Just suspend and release the underlying thread. Okay, let's key the set of code is executed by the XY thread, and whenever we are invoking suspend, that means this thread are now is ready to use of another work as well as not going to the wait complete thread, right? Let us how we can write as a coroutine scope. Similarly, our functions. Similarly, in this our functions, instead of writing the launch block here is the run blocking. I just commented out here and say here this my method should have a, here I can scope your coroutine scope. Now this is the coroutine scope, and in this scope you can use the launch, and inside the launch whatever your logic you can put here. Right. So to writing your coroutine scope, very simple. Whatever your method you have, just make a coroutine scope block, and now you are available to use the launch. And now this is your, and inside your main function, just use your doworks and don't need a launch. Now doworks have a own coroutine scope, and this scope you can launch. So you have options. Any method you want to become a kind of a run asynchronous, you can write own coroutine scope, or you can write your launch. So in this way we have options. Okay. So here whatever you want, like here this should be, now this is your scope. So whatever you are here done, you done here. So first what happened, this your launch will separate code. Now your code, this code is not wait, this is the non-blocking call. This is going to execute by the maybe separate thread or same threads, whatever available. First this line is executed, after that this launch will be go. This your doworks are not waiting for this block call. This is the non-blocking call. If you run it again, and you notice that we are first printing hello, then word. Hello first, this printed, and after completion of this launch, then 1 minute delay you are getting word. So this kind of a scope builder you have. Okay, whenever you want to create any scope for coroutine, just use this scope coroutine scope builder, and you can be used inside any suspending function to perform the multiple concurrent operations. So first things, this can be used in any suspending function, not just like our do work function. And whatever the piece of code you have, written inside your launch block, execute concurrently. That is the simplest way to write concurrency model, concurrency program in Kotlin. Whatever the code, set of code you want to run concurrently, just write those piece of code inside your launch block. Rest is taken care by your Kotlin compiler. Okay, so let's some example here. We can write multiple launch blocks. Like here, this is your launch block 1, another launch block 2. So this is the your non-blocking. This is your non-blocking. So this is just launched, and first this will be printed. In this, between this, will complete first, then this, then complete next. So you have an option, you number of launch you can start. Let us see in our code, like here we have another launch blocks. Okay, this is the 1, this is the 2, let's give the 2 second, 1 second, and you can. Okay, So we have options ki sometime one launch blocks or two launch blocks, hello, then word, then two, it works as expected, the output come. Okay, here our do works function are not going to print 2 then 1, they are asynchronous, and non-blocking. So we are not waiting, just come here and print hello. After that, whichever block, this is the 1 millisecond, then this will execute. This is the 2 millisecond wait, and this will complete, and then your main complete. So this is the very flashy, very simplex syntax offered by Kotlin to write asynchronous programming. Okay, in you can say last, whenever you are using the launch, okay, launch any set of code. Okay, so Kotlin library are returning one handler for you, and this is the kind of a launch coroutine builder returns a job object that is handled to launch the coroutine and can be used explicitly to wait for its completion. So whenever you use the launch, okay, and here you have options, you can take a handler, and from here you can start your this code, and here you want to first our launch will complete, then I want to done. So this is kind of handler we have options. So not just launching the any non-blocking asynchronous code, but also we have a one handler, so that any particular line of code you want to hear our launch asynchronous code should be completed, then will continue. So we have a explicitly we have a any wait function or join function. Okay, so here launch a new coroutine, okay, and keep its references to its job variable, and here wait until all the child coroutines are completed. So here we have options. That's here's just launch, and here say just same kind of code, not new. Delay, that's key 1 millisecond. Println, that's key well, right, and here you say like println, say that's key hello, I want hello done, and then we have a you can take complete one variable like job. Now we have a handler of job dot you can say join. Now here we are waiting that this job should be completed. After that we are going to execute this. So this is you can blocking, but all the asynchronous call have a one handler, okay, that help us manually somewhere needed, then we can control the execution of your asynchronous task. Okay, so that kind of launch help us as a coroutine form to write non-blocking asynchronous code in Kotlin. And coroutines is a very kind of you can say very interesting initially discussion. Also I'm saying ki just assume coroutine like a threads, but this is a very lightweight. That means you can launch thousands coroutines. They are not bound to any specific thread. They are not for each launch, they are not going to create one thread object, another thread object, another thread object. they are just one suspended computation. This is the one set of instruction that can be suspended for period of times and then again executed, may be executed by the one threads or another threads. Due to the nature of this suspended computations, you can say assume look like a thread, but really coroutine not a threads. If you're talking about the threads, threads really is Java object. If you are creating a number of threads, number of object in the memory are created, and you know each system have a limited memory. As per number of available memory, you can create the threads, but you can launch any number of your coroutines. Okay, so this is the way you can say you can use this. Let's example. Just I want to hold for just I want to comment it out this code. Okay, and you can just write another here a repeat block. Just you're repeating a code, and let's key 100 times, thousands, and in this repeat block you have a launch, and in this launch, so whatever, let's key delay, I want to delay of 5 seconds, and just I want to print any message like that. So here 100,000 times you are creating a launch. Okay, so due to the basic concept of the coroutines, we are saying this is the very lightweight. Whenever we are going to create 100,000 thread, it will create 100,000 object. Might be in my laptop there is no such memory available, you can say out of memory. So to avoid kind of out of memory, I want to create look like a threads and asynchronous and non-blocking set of code. Please use coroutines. Okay, so here in this example also we launch 1000 coroutines, and after 5 seconds it print. But if you write the same code using the threads, might be you are getting the out of memory exception, or maybe in your laptop you have a enough memory space, you are not getting. But whenever you are going to increase this number of object, after some level you are getting the out of memory exception. Base concept of the thread was that for each thread there is one memory object, but the base concept of the coroutine is not an object but suspendable executable set of code, and that code is not bound to any specific thread. That set of code is suspended for its execution, and whenever they are going to resume any threads available free, they can reuse. They are suspendable. Computation is not bound to any specific thread. Due to this concept behind the coroutine, offer you to create the thousands coroutines without you are getting kind of out of memory exceptions. And the same functionality what thread offer, asynchronous and non-blocking code, you can achieve through this coroutine, and very simplest and syntax and library. So hope it's this concept of coroutine excited you, and if you want to know more details, you need some kind of homework. You just to go and write some coroutines and take the compare if you are writing a thread programming and how much memory, how much time take, and if you write coroutines offer the same things but the simplest and lightweight. Okay, so in this thoughts. Just I'm suggesting Kotlin offer asynchronous and non-blocking programming model via Kotlin coroutines, and coroutines offer very simplest set of keywords launch and is writing your all the non-block asynchronous code in that, and your code is working as you are expecting. Just I'm suggesting please go through the Kotlin documentation and take some example and play with that. That boost up your confidence about the coroutines. Coroutines are very simple syntax to learn and use. So again here I'm like to say thank you for watching this video.